The preferred pace for a purse of $20,000. And let's start with last week's huge upsetter, Stars in Heaven. Bob, we didn't expect that kind of performance.
22-1 and up in the last stride. 15-1 winner, 3 back. And while we're at it, December 2nd, he was 12-1. So the money has indeed been heaven sent if you've been on board this Ron Burke trainee, who's won 4 of his last 8. Second start tonight in the preferred and looks to keep it rolling.
He'll start from post 4 for Anthony Napolitano, reunited with that horse. Next up, though, coming is Western Joe, and he was a little bit flat last week, Bob, but on January 20th, he was as good as a horse could be.
5-1, never entered contention in his last. Now, Pat Barry is the 7th different driver since Thanksgiving. 11 out of 32 lifetime. That's 34%, folks. The youngest horse in the field at 4. He hinted at big-time ability in an effective sophomore campaign.
We'll see what the strategy is tonight from post 5 with Pat Barry aboard. The horse on the outside, though, 2 weeks ago, Endeavor. Boy, did he power home in 25-4. An unbelievable upset.
Outside draw tonight, a neck from having 3 straight. Paid 6 and 12-1 in the 2 starts prior. Does his best pacing both early and late. A top 4 finish tonight, Bolton past $250,000 lifetime. Owned out of Quebec by Helene Pillion.
And we will see if Pat LaChance can overcome that outside post. Post 7 at warning line odds of 6-1. Folks, that'll come up a little bit later on as tonight's 7th race. We're back at the Big End with our featured event tonight, the preferred pace for a purse of $20,000. Hug the Wind was game with a tough first over trip last week and gets the rail again. Better's Edge got nipped on the lead in his last 2.
And the Rob, Better's Edge out fast, and Western Joe leaves with Stars in Heaven, and Pony Ta Boy with speed on the inside. Pony Ta Boy, Western Joe challenges on the outside. Better's Edge is going to go on with it here as they round the first turn. Stars in Heaven's going to settle in the 4th position in front of Awesomeness. And then on the inside comes Hug the Wind and Endeavor to the outside as they race past the opening quarter. And Better's Edge is going to set up shop on the engine here very quickly on the outside. And moving up there, Stars in Heaven, 27-3 as they race across the back stretch. Stars in Heaven now sweeps to the front end. Stars in Heaven, Better's Edge 2nd. Western Joe is 3rd with Pony Ta Boy 4th on the inside. Awesomeness is 5th. They near the half with Hug the Wind 6th. And Endeavor is 7th. No changes here. Stars in Heaven, last week's upset winner, 55-3, 28 seconds. Stars in Heaven, Better's Edge, and there goes Pony Ta Boy attacking first over as they race around the far turn. So it's Stars in Heaven. Pony Ta Boy tries it first over on the outside. And Pony Ta Boy means business, and he is up alongside Stars in Heaven, and those two are stride for stride for the lead here past 3 quarters. And Better's Edge locked in 3rd as they turn for home. It's Stars in Heaven and Pony Ta Boy with Better's Edge on the inside. 1:23 and 2 for 3 quarters. And out of the fog and into the stretch drive. And in between horses, Pony Ta Boy. Up the rail comes Better's Edge now after a perfect trip. Awesomeness is launched late along with Western Joe. Scrambles on. Awesomeness. Here comes Western Joe and Pat Barry. Western Joe upsets over Awesomeness. Then Better's Edge and Pony Ta Boy, 150-4.
Pat Barry is the 7th different driver since early in November. This is the youngest horse in the race, Western Joe. 14-1 gets up over favorite Awesomeness in the last rides.
Another mad scramble finish in the fog, and Western Joe bounces back big and outsprints Awesomeness home. Bob, you can't say enough about the job trainer Chris Choate has done with this 4-year-old, and what a drive from Pat Barry. Big balloons tonight. If you had to pick 5, you got back over $6,240. Saturday's